Alright, we are back. Ayan, so narito na ang serbisyong maasahan para sa pangkalahatan, mabilis, balanse at totoo. Ito ang Balitang Hali. Ayan, so before we start, no, let us first give our salutation, of course, to the members of the Division Executive Committees, headed, of course, by our STS, Dr. Sheila Marie Premesias, our SG Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Domingo Laud, our SGOD Chief Sir Marlon Icol, our CID Chief Dr. Editha R. Pridas, and of course our Administrative Officer 5, Mr. Dennis Donald Doria. Ayan, so magandang tanghali po sa atin pong lahat. Ayan, so isa na naman pong SGOD episode po ang matutunghayan po natin, no, ngayong tanghali. And of course, makakasama po natin ngayong tanghali none other than our Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Coordinator of STO San Carlos City, none other than Dr. Ryan Joseph Acosta. Ayan, good afternoon po, Sir Ryan.
Camille, and to all the televiewers, especially kay Madam Sheila na SDS natin.
Okay, sir. So ano po ba yung i-discuss po natin sa atin pong mga viewers po ngayong hapon?
Ang pag-uusapan natin dito would be in reference doon sa DepEd Order number 2, Series 2024 na hanggang ngayon, Madam Camille, ay pinag-uusapan kung sino nga ba talaga ang hahawak ng coordinatorship sa DRRM.
Opo, kanina nga po naririnig ko yung mga PDO, no? Matututok daw sila or makikinig daw po sila para din masagot yung mga questions nila regarding this topic po, sir. Alright, so can you please enlighten us po?
Okay, so allow me to present my PowerPoint presentation na lang. So as was mentioned earlier, this is in reference sa DO or DepEd Order number 2 Series 2024. At yung makikita natin sa ilalim sa title niya, yung Office Memorandum from the Office of the Undersecretary for Operations, additional guidelines to in reference doon sa DO2 Series 2024. So as was mentioned kanina, this is titled Immediate Removal of Administrative Tasks of Public School Teachers. And this was released January 26, 2024. So medyo matagal na to, Ma'am Camille. So under that, Roman numeral number 5, Guidelines and Procedures, letter A, Removal of Administrative Tasks. So ano ba yung nilalaman nito? Pero before I proceed, the reason why kinraft tong DepEd order na to is to give teachers convenience sa pagtuturo, kasi kung tutuusin nyo naman talaga ang sinumpaan nila magturo at para makapag-focus talaga sila sa pagtuturo, it gave way for the DepEd order number 2 series 2024. So nakalagay dyan under number 1, administrative tasks shall be removed from the workload of teachers. So malinaw yan, without prejudice to the teacher ancillary tasks as defined by other DepEd issuances. So, isa doon sa ancillary tasks would be yung coordinatorship sa DRRM. Accordingly, school heads and non-teaching personnel shall have the sole responsibility to perform the administrative tasks enumerated here under. So, i-highlight ko lang, Ma'am Camille, yung nakalagay dyan, school heads and non-teaching personnel. So, with the permission of Madam Sheila, kinonsult ko sila regarding the coordinatorship kung sino ang hawak ng DRRM. And at first, ibibigay sana sa Project Development Officers 1, PDO 1. Pero ang naging hindrance doon was limited lang sila. So hindi nila mahawakan yung buong schools or sa elementary halimbawa na 59. And another thing I considered was yung mga ADAS naman. So siguro yung ADAS okay sa secondary schools pero wala naman sa ES or elementary schools. And kung sa elementary schools naman may AO pero hindi naman 1:1 ang allocation ng AO sa elementary schools. Kaya with the urgency of the nature of work sa DRRM, so we are confronted with the problem, Ma'am Camille, kung paano kaya ang reporting. Especially na ang reporting sa DRRM is real time. So for example, bumagyo and then nakataon na yung naka-assign na non-teaching personnel nasa school na yon out of the 3 schools. So ang mangyayari would be magre-report siya concerning doon sa school lang na yon. So mapag-iiwanan yung dalawa. So which made us decide na itap na lang ang school heads or principals para 1:1 ang allocation. Okay. And nakalagay din naman dito, legally speaking, school heads and non-teaching personnel. So for the information of the principals or school heads, kinonsider po muna natin yung mga non-teaching personnel kasi alam naman natin ang hirap ng mga principals or school heads sa dami ng trabaho nila. Since we are confronted nga with the problem na hindi 1:1 ang allocation, so magkakaroon tayo ng problema pagdating sa reporting and yung monitoring mismo. Especially that we are required to report within 72 hours or 3 days na i-discuss ko naman mamaya. Okay.
So sir, talagang starting kailan po ba yan na si school head na ang magsaserve as DRRM school coordinator?
Yes, ma'am. So to make it official, Ma'am Camille, gagawan po natin to ng memo.
Alright.
And hopefully to be released within this week din para maayos na natin to or masettle na. Kasi we cannot also blame the central office for this kasi kailangan talaga ng transition from the school coordinators na teacher and then ipapasa sa non-teaching personnel. So what caused the delay from January 26, 2024 na release ng memo hanggang ngayon hindi pa masyadong malinaw was because of the transition phase. And aside from that, localized din na hindi parehas ang sitwasyon ng SDO San Carlos with other SDOs, particularly doon sa allocation or plantilla ng AOs, ADAS, etc. Kaya I'm so happy with the support and approval of Madam Sheila. We came up with the school heads or principals to be designated later on, Ma'am Camille, as school DRRM coordinator.
So at least ngayon wala nang question.
Yes, ma'am.
Sila na talaga.
And I was also bothered kasi hindi malinaw kung sino ba talagang hahawak. And buti na nga lang may nagdaan na bagyo, hindi sunod-sunod, kumbaga. At least hindi pa masyadong natututukan ng reporting, pero since rainy season na and parating na rin ang mga bagyo later on, at least may tututok na talaga dito. So just to make it clear, we started with the non-teaching personnel sana to be designated as school DRRM coordinators, pero since hindi 1:1 ang allocation na one non-teaching personnel sa isang school, kaya we ended up with school heads or principals. So assuming na sila na ang hahawak nito after release ng memo. By the way, in relation sa memo, Ma'am Camille, pati yung omnibus designation order. So yung form na yun manggagaling sa division office, yung template to be signed by their respective PSDSS and with our chief sa SGOD since DRRM is under SGOD. Okay, so this task shall include but are not limited to the following. So nakafocus na po ako sa mga principals or school heads kasi kayo na po ang hawak ng coordinatorship ng DRRM later on. But before I proceed to letter F, under program management, school DRRM. So balikan ko lang yung kanina. So this is again the DepEd order. Yan yung title niya kung kailan siya na-release. And then under number 5, letter A, letter F, tapos number 2, school DRRM. Okay. And as a support doon sa DO2 Series 2024, we also have this as an additional guidance on the implementation of DepEd Order Number 2 Series 2024 titled Immediate Removal of Administrative Tasks of Public School Teachers. Almost a month na release after nung nauna, Ma'am Camille, February 23, 2024. So anong emphasis dito? Yung transition na tinatawag natin. So this aims to immediately remove the administrative tasks assigned to public school teachers to enable them to focus on the actual teaching and learning process. So as was mentioned earlier, para talagang makapag-focus sila sa pagtuturo. Said order stipulates that school heads and non-teaching personnel shall have the sole responsibility of carrying out administrative tasks in schools such as personnel administration, property custodianship, general administrative support, etc. So, 2 beses na natin nakita yung school heads or principals na nandyan. So, nauna kanina, nakita natin, Ma'am Camille, na school heads and non-teaching personnel. So, pwedeng maging school heads ang hahawak ng coordinatorship sa DRRM. At nakalagay na naman dito sa additional guidance na school heads and non-teaching personnel shall have the sole responsibility. So, pwede na naman si school head. So linawin ko ulit, we started with the non-teaching personnel. Since hindi 1:1 ang allocation, pumunta tayo sa school heads or principals. Considering not only the welfare and well-being of our teachers but also of our non-teaching personnel, it is emphasized that proper and practical transition measures shall be implemented by all field offices and schools to effectively and efficiently carry out the various administrative tasks. So ito yung sinasabi ko kaninang transition measures. So ang mangyayari dito, since si teacher na outgoing school DRM coordinator, ipapasa na niya ang coordinatorship kay school head or principal niya. So we will be considering a short span of time para dito. Pero for sure, si school head or principal na lagi namang nakatutok sa DRRM, alam na niya to. Kaya pwede na natin gawin yung memo para in effect na siya. Likewise, schools division superintendents are instructed to inform all non-teaching personnel in schools under their respective jurisdictions through an official issuance. So, gagawa tayo ng memorandum. Of course, with the approval of Madam Sheila, that the department will provide additional administrative support mechanisms to avoid overburdening them with excessive workloads. Kawawa naman talaga yung mga teachers na ang dami na nilang hawak. Lalo na yung hinihinging trabaho ng DRRM na they have to be there 24/7. Okay. So, under Republic Act number 10121, so ito yung Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act of 2010, released May 27, 2010. So, ano ba yung nilalaman nito? DO number 21 series 2015 or Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Coordination and Information Management Protocol states that all schools are directed to form or reconstitute their School Disaster Risk Reduction and Management or SDRRM committee to spearhead the conduct of disaster risk reduction or climate change adaptation or DRR/CCA. Nang tawag ngayon, SICAM na siya kasi climate change adaptation and mitigation na related programs or projects or activities in the respective school. So, magkakaroon dapat ng SDRRM committee. The school head, so nandito na naman si school head. So, may legal basis tayo kung bakit nauwi sa school head or principal ang coordinatorship ng DRRM. So, the school head may serve as the school DRRM coordinator. So, going back, nung 2010 pa to na i-release. So, 2010 pa lang, kino-consider na talaga si school head or principal na maghahawak ng coordinatorship sa DRRM. So, the school head may serve as the school DRM coordinator but shall appoint an alternate among other school personnel to assist in the implementation of DRRM. Kaya, this refers, Ma'am Camille, to the outgoing school DRRM coordinators na teachers mismo. So outgoing na sila kasi nakalagay naman sa guideline na alternate school personnel. So pwedeng teaching or non-teaching nakataon na naibigay sa teaching personnel, mga teacher. Ngayon naman since dumating yung DO2 Series 2024 na kailangan ng tanggalin sa kanila, so pwedeng ibigay kay school head. So naka-address na talaga to sa mga school heads or principals kung ano yung mga dapat nilang gawin once they assume the position. So the following are his or her roles and responsibilities in order to establish a culture of safety in the school. Na alam na rin ng mga school heads or principals kasi thankful ako sa kanila at ever since very supportive sila sa DRRM. So number 1, acknowledges receipt of advisories and reminders from the school's division superintendent, the division DRRM coordinator, or the local DRRM council. So this is in the form of memorandum. Usually, Ma'am Camille, pag gumagawa tayo ng memorandum, nakafocus yan sa NSED or yung Nationwide Simultaneous Earthquake Drill. Pwede ring regarding sa safety measures pag may parating na bagyo, etc. So aside from advisories and reminders, it can also be in the form of memorandum or memoranda. Second, spearheads the conduct of multi-hazard drills and other disaster prevention, mitigation, and preparedness activities in school. Ito yung katatapos lang na earthquake drill So pwede yan. Aside from earthquake drill, we are also encouraged by the central office na mag-focus din sa fire drill or pwede ring flood drill. Particularly yung mga hazards or calamities na prone ang geographical setting natin. So prone tayo sa earthquake, pwede rin sa fire, pwede rin sa flood. So aside from yung nakasanayan na nating duck cover and hold sa earthquake drill, pwede ring fire or flood. Number 3, ensures the conduct of an annual student-led risk identification and mapping. So ang legal basis nito, DepEd Order number 23 Series 2015. And usually, Ma'am Camille, makikita to sa Brigada Eskwela. So a week before the opening of classes, since may nabuo silang student-led watching team na kaagapay ng school DRRM coordinator, so pwede silang tumulong in the preparation for the opening of classes. At hindi lang Brigada Eskwela, pwede rin silang itap pag may mga activities sa school. Kasi hindi natin masasabi ang emergency na nakaantabay sila dyan, or sa kasasabi lang kanina na earthquake drill, they can also help and assist. Kasi ang DRRM sa bawat school ay binubuo ng DRRM team. Of course, pinangungunahan yan ni school head or principal, tapos yung school DRRM coordinator, at sa side ng mga teaching and non-teaching personnel. So may rescue team, may medical, may information team, etc. And on the other hand, mayroon din silang student-led school watching team na binubuo naman ng mga estudyante. Kaya every time na may activities sa school, laging magkasama ang dalawang to. Kaya every year, pinagsasabit natin sila ng list of names kung sino ang bagong bumubuo ng school DRRM team composed of teaching and non-teaching personnel. On the other hand, kung sino rin ang bumubuo ng student-led school watching na of course binubuo ng mga estudyante or learners. Number 4, communicates notable results of risk assessment and other disaster preparedness activities to the school's division office. Ito yung accomplishment report nila kung sakaling may mga school-initiated projects, programs, or activities sila, Ma'am Camille, pwede nilang gawa ng accomplishment report. Like for example, every March, Fire Prevention Month yan, and masaya tayo and we appreciate na may mga schools na nag-i-initiate talaga na i-celebrate to. So they invite the BFP to conduct drills, lectures. So ito yung ibig sabihin ng number 4 in the form of accomplishment reports. At mag-post na rin sila sa Facebook. Okay. Number 5, serves as the focal person for collaboration and coordination with local DRRM Council and other partner organizations. So since hawak nila ang DRRM, so pag may naging hazard sa school, halimbawa plano nilang magpa-prune ng trees, so they can get in touch with the local DRRM Council and other partner organizations through a request letter. Lalo na ngayon, malapit ng opening of classes, and we were advised by CDRRMO na i-course through sa akin ang mga request letters nila for pruning, etc. para i-consolidate ko in such a way na magagawa ng schedule ng CDRRMO para strategically hindi magkakaroon ng problema sa pagpunta schedule. Okay. Number 6, ensures availability of baseline data of the school. So, kailangan ng personnel profile. Okay. So, aside from personnel profile, yung teaching and non-teaching, of course, nandyan din ang profile ng mga learner, mga estudyante. So, nandyan ang key information nila, kung taga saan sila, contact number, parents, guardians, para in case of emergency, madali silang tawagan. Number 7, spearheads relevant and necessary capacity building activities for the school. So may mga inatenan na ang mga outgoing school DRRM coordinators na capacity building activities, at isang example nito would be yung BLS or yung Basic Life Support. Pero nasa school head pa rin yan or principal kung ano yung gusto niyang i-conduct na capacity building activities na mas kinakailangan ng school niya. Mas ang importante dito, makapag-conduct sila ng CAPB or capacity building. Number 8, report to the school's division office any hazard affecting the school operations such as earthquake, typhoon, or flood among others. So in the form of incident report. At may ginagawa naman talaga to ng mga school na kung sakali isolated case, sila lang yung apektado, may natumbang puno sa bubungan ng classroom nila. So i-report agad sa SDO to para ma-actionan and hopefully mabigyan ng pondo through the central office para ma-course ko rin sa kanila through an incident report. Number 9, submit situational reports and provide real-time updates to the school's division office also in the form of incident report. Yung mga SITREP na tinatawag or situational reports. Kasi as was mentioned earlier, hindi naman pare-parehas ang sitwasyon ng bawat school. Halimbawa may dumaan na bagyo sa San Carlos, for example, yung damage, for example, na bagyo na yan would depend sa bawat school. So, depende na lang kung ano yung nangyari. So, pwede nilang i-address yan through the incident report. Another thing is accomplishes and submits rapid assessment of damages report or radar within 72 hours after any hazard or emergency. So, dati through SMS lang to, Ma'am Camille, pero nag-upgrade na ang central office. So, may dinevelop na silang system or yung radar app. Alam to ng mga outgoing school DRRM coordinators. So, pag once officially sila na ang coordinators ng DRRM, i-register natin sila dito sa radar app. So, ang mangyayari dyan, ilalagay nila ang cellphone number nila doon and kung sakaling may calamity na dumating sa place natin, may SMS trigger. So, may marireceive silang text message and eventually, i-divert sila sa radar app.
So ito Sir Ray, yung mga bago, itong mga school heads natin since magkakaroon tayo ng transition.
Yes, ma'am.
Mag-undergo po ba sila ng formal orientation sa inyo para at least ma-refresh po yung mga yung mga knowledge nila on their roles and responsibilities as SDRRM.
A nice thing you remind me of that, ma'am, kasi isa sa binigyan natin ng budget sa binabang allowance from central office is yun. May naka-schedule tayong coordination meeting with the school heads or principals. Okay. Para
so, abangan na lang nila, sir, kung kailan
ito parang lang overview sa nature ng work nila.
As SDRRM.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Number 11, contacts immediately the school's division office through the school's division superintendent or the division DRRM coordinator once the school is identified or used as evacuation center. So, meron tayong template for that, yung encampment form. So, kung ilang families, etc. And once na aalis na sila, so meron din tayong tinatawag na decampment form. So, ito yung tracks and reports the progress of recovery and rehabilitation initiatives to the school's division office as well as reports and updates on the decampment of evacuation centers in schools. And one thing nice, Ma'am Camille, dito is since sila na rin ang school head or principal, mabilis lang ang decision making. Yes, and that's the positive side dito. So sana they take it positively. Alam natin mahirap ang work sa DRRM pero na-justify naman natin na alam natin ang dami yung work as principals or school heads kaya kinonsider muna natin ang non-teaching personnel since hindi nga 1:1 ang allocation, makakaproblema tayo sa reporting. So, pumunta tayo ngayon sa designation sa inyo as the new school DRRM coordinators. Okay, so yun lang naman yung work nila. And alam na nila yan. Anyway, may transition period and I'm so happy na yung mga outgoing school DRRM coordinators are very supportive naman. And for sure, tutulungan nila ang kanilang respective school heads or principals para magampanan ng maayos ang kanilang trabaho gaya ng ginawa nila during their time.
Yes.
Okay. So, can we now proceed with the other matters?
Go ahead po.
Okay. So, before I proceed pala, so, abangan na lang po nila ang division memorandum regarding the designation of school heads as school DRRM coordinators. And pag na-release na yon, masusundan to ng template para sa omnibus na sila na nga ang bagong coordinator.
Alright.
So tapos na tayo doon. So ito kanang side dish lang kumbaga. So other matters, recently concluded nationwide simultaneous earthquake drill. So allow me to share, i-share namin dito ni Ma'am Camille, Sir Emmet, yung naganap na earthquake drill sa schools division office. So allow us to share from the whole personnel of Schools Division, of course led by our SDS, Madam Sheila. So ito yung ginawa nating Division Memorandum, Ma'am Camille, number 252 Series 2024, entitled Second Quarter Nationwide Simultaneous Earthquake Drill NSED 2024, released June 20, posted and released June 20, 2024. At ang maganda dito is, despite of the fact na halos walang tao sa mga school, particularly sa public schools, kasi ito pa yung time na non-disturbance sa mga teachers, nakiparticipate pa rin sila, yung mga non-teaching personnel naman. So makikita natin na nandoon pa rin yung support nila for this. So bawat school nakiparticipate and nag-send sila ng documentation for this. So ano ba yung nilalaman ng division memo na to? All field offices and schools are enjoined to participate in the second quarter nationwide simultaneous earthquake drill or NSED. Relative to this, the conduct of the second quarter NSED 2024 shall be on June 28, 2024 Friday at 2 p.m. DepEd non-teaching personnel, in-emphasize natin dito kasi non-disturbance nga sa mga teachers. So, DepEd non-teaching personnel are enjoined to participate and directed to practice the duck cover and hold procedure simultaneously at the set time. So, allow us to share some photos na naganap dito sa Schools Division Office. And one thing nice dito is dumating ang personnel from CDRRMO and BFP to monitor and evaluate ang performance natin dito sa dito sa Schools Division Office. And I'm happy to announce na almost excellent naman ang evaluation nila sa atin. So may konting room for improvement. And at the same time ata, ang pinilot nilang school was SEPNAS, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, na alam ko they have done well din. So ito na yung anong phase to, Ma'am Camille? Ito na yung, di ba, we have 6 phases. We have the alarm, response, evacuate. So nag-evacuate na sila.
It's good to see, no, meron pong mga hard hat.
May hard hats.
Inisyo ng ating DRRM.
Through the central office. So binabaan tayo ng pondo, and I'm happy to announce na lahat tayo dito sa Schools Division Office are equipped with hard hats, among others, kasi may mga iba pa tayong pinambigay like the go bags, etc. So ito na yung assembly phase. So sa ground. So 2 p.m. to, Ma'am Camille, no? Sobrang init. And I'm happy also, na-appreciate ko rin na we took it seriously, na kahit na sobrang init at kahit na drill lang, talagang we took it as a real scenario. So we stayed under the sun until the whole process is done. Lumabas po lahat. And nakataon pala na nandito rin yung mga school heads or principals ng mga private schools, kaya naki-join din sila. Okay. And my video, courtesy of Sir Emmet, na kinover niya. So let us watch this. Thank you for that, Sir Emmett.
Yes.
And another thing to talk about was is the kwan yung since our month is July, in relation sa DRRM, ito yung tinatawag na National Disaster Resilience Month or NDRM.
Yes.
So may ginawa tayong memo dito, Division Memorandum number 266 Series 2024. Sana makita nila. Okay, thank you, sir. So anong title nito? Observance of the National Disaster Resilience Month or NDRM 2024, released July 2, 2024. So anong nilalaman ng memo? All school DRRM coordinators or SDRRMCs are required to participate in the NDRM activities and print the NDRM 2024 tarpaulin. So we're happy to announce na may mga ibang schools na nakapag-print na at share na sa ating group chat. At kanina chinek ko yung latest before ko finalize yung presentation ko. So we can share some schools na nakapag-print na ng tarpaulin.
Na din.
Yes, pero let me emphasize na hindi nagtatapos sa printing of tarpaulin. So dapat maki-participate din sila sa NDRM activities or yung school-initiated activities in line with resilience building. Okay. So nakalagay naman sa memo yan. The SDRRMC shall also conduct resilience building activities that promote the safety, security, and well-being of learners and DepEd personnel. So it all starts with the printing of the tarpaulin to make it formal and official. And supported, of course, ito yung highlight talaga yung pag-conduct nila ng resilience building activities na. So dito na papasok yung diskarte ng bawat coordinator kung ano yung mas kinakailangan ng school nila para i-capacitate sila sa mga resilience building activities.
Parang pabinyag na din po no sa mga school heads
natin. Nga very timely, July. Tapos July din yung official designation nila as school DRM coordinators. So isa dyan si Kuliling National High School na nakapag-print at sabit na ng tarpaulin. So congratulations sa Kuliling National High School.
Yeah.
And sino yung mga coordinators dito? You mentioned the school head, ma'am.
School head
si
who's watching now po, Ma'am Marites Kabatbat.
Okay,
Ayan,
so
watching
sino yung
from
mga
Kuliling
outgoing school DRM coordinators dito? Sina Ma'am Marian and Sir Dante. Sa Tandok Elementary School naman, nandyan na mismo ang photo ng kanilang school head or principal si Madam Jennifer. At sino yung coordinator dito? Shout out kay Sir Larry naman. Okay. Kuliling Elementary School. Nagbabalik ang Barangay Kuliling. Okay. Sino ang school head nila dito? Basta may school head sila dito for sure. Or principal. So, ang coordinator natin dito is in the person of Sir Johnny. Abano National High School naman, sina Sir Rocky and Ma'am Brenda. Ayun. Okay. Actually, matagal ko na rin kasi silang hindi nami-meet in person yung mga coordinators at hindi na rin masyadong active ang aming group chat. Kasi busy sila sa computation ng grades, lalo na sa graduation, tapos may 1 month ng disturbance pa. Actually, may pinaplano kami, Ma'am Camille, Sir Emmett, na parang turnover ceremony. Pero hindi matuloy-tuloy. Actually, nung April 30 pa sana to. Planchado na lahat, excited na rin lahat, pero nagkataon na sumabay naman yung division Festival of Talents. Kaya nagkaroon ng conflict and eventually hindi na na-follow up. So pinag-uusapan pa rin namin. Kasi I was dreaming na sana kung, kasi yung tagal ng samahan din okay? So sana may closure. Okay? So parang may closing program din sana before i-endorse sa mga school heads or principals.
Para may graceful exit. Parang
ganun, ma'am. Okay.
SDRRM.
Panggalangan National High School naman, si Sir Bernardo ang coordinator dito. Sa Ano Elementary School, nandyan na mismo ang coordinator natin in the person of Sir Gilbert. Sa Ignacio Centeno Elementary School, si Ma'am Agnes doon sa pangatlo from left. Okay, si Ma'am Agnes. Palaming Elementary School, si Ma'am Marites naman dito. Okay. And school principal nila si Sir
Voltaire.
Voltaire. Okay. So, yun na yun. And let me go to my last slide. So, follow up lang sa mga schools na hindi pa nakapag-print. So, mag-print na po tayo. So, para hindi tayo mahirapan kung saan nag-print yung mga nauna na. So, tanungin na lang natin kung saan para slight editing na lang. Siguro yung school logo nila,
name,
tapos
opo.
yung school name. And that's it. Okay na siya. And wala namang specific size. Ang importante, ma-celebrate natin ang NDRM in the form of the printing of the tarpaulin and at the same time yung pag-conduct natin ng resilience building activities. So, advance announcement to, Ma'am Camille, yung procurement, since binabaan na tayo ng budget ng central office at nagawa na rin natin ng allocation ng budget. So, in progress na to. So, bawat school, ilan ang schools natin, Ma'am? 76. So,
schools, yes.
Bawat school makaka-receive ng mga to. So, wheelchair, spine board with spider strap, head immobilizer, digital blood pressure apparatus, and pulse oximeter. So, of course, this is with the suggestion and approval of Madam Sheila. So, na-finalize na namin. So, ito ang ipro-procure. And mayroon din, of course, sa schools division office. At makakatanggap din ng load ang mga school DRRM coordinators. Actually, nag-umpisa na to doon sa previous sub-arrow. So, nabigyan sila ng 1,000 load allowance at ngayon naman 1,200. So, parang 100 pesos for 12 months or 1 year.
Yes.
Pero, inaayos lang namin ito sa finance unit kung paano kasi ang mga school heads or principals pala meron na sila talagang nare-receive na monthly allowance. So, ayusin lang to. So, in-emphasize ko lang tong load allowance na to just to tell you school heads or principals na ang talagang target ng DRRMIS or DRRMS or sa central office is to 1:1 talaga. One coordinator sa one school which came up with yung load allowance na to na bibigyan isa-isa. At yun naman talagang ideal na dapat may tumutok na coordinator sa bawat school. So 1:1 allocation talaga. Kaya nauwi sa kanila ang coordinatorship mga school head or principal. So I think that's all, Ma'am Camille.
Alright.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much po, Sir Ray, no? Ayan. So, I'm sure lahat po ng ating mga viewers ngayon, no, ay nabigyang linaw
Yes,
na
ma'am.
doon sa mga tanong nila na for how many months tanong na po nila yan kung sino ba talaga ang hawak ng DRRM. And finally, no, nasagot na po natin.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. So, sir, would you like to do some shout out po sa ating mga viewers?
Shout out kina Ma'am Janet Aquino from Nagilayan ES, Sir Adrian, Ma'am Evelyn from Abanon National High School, Ma'am Ruth, Ma'am Marilyn, Ma'am Clarifel, Ma'am Hertrudes, Ma'am Evelyn, Sir Lemuel sa Tarese,
Yes.
Ma'am Kim, Sir Mario, Ma'am Vilma, Ma'am Diana.
Diana. Ayan.
Dumami ang ating viewers, Ma'am
yes.
Marites, Ma'am Catherine.
Sa ngayon, meron tayong 17,000 viewers.
Oh, wow.
Alright,
Okay.
thank you very much
Accomplishment
po
na
for
yan.
staying with us. Ayan.
And nagpapa-shoutout din pala yung 7 PDO1
Ay,
natin.
okay.
Shoutout
Hello,
natin
shout out
agad.
po sa lahat po ng mga PDOs nandyan sa SGOD office po ngayon. Ayan, feeling ko masaya kayo.
Saya nga nila kanina eh. And sana
Alright.
ganun din ang pagtanggap ng mga principal
School
or
heads.
school heads. Sana embrace nila to kung gaano sila ka-supportive noon.
Mas
Ngayon sila na
ngayon,
mismo ang
yes.
tututok sa DRRM.
Alright. Alright, so once again, no, shout out din po pala sa ating pong mga tech team. Of course, sa tech team ng SGOD, Sir Emmett Christian. Ayan, thank you very much. And of course, sa Division Office Tech Team, sila Sir Alkin, Sir Jean, and Sir Jeff. Ayan, thank you very much po. And of course, thank you very much po, Sir Ryan.
Thank you rin, Madam Camille.
Alright, so muli, ito po ang inyong serbisyong maasahan para sa pangkalahatan, mabilis, balanse at totoo. Ito ang Balitang Hali. Happy to serve po and happy Monday po sa ating lahat. Have a productive week ahead po sa ating lahat. Alright, bye!
Good day, Philippines. Hello, Region 1. Aloha, San Carlinian learners. Airing live from the Mangu Bamboo capital of the Philippines, San Carlos City. You're tuning in to CCN Broadcast Center. This is your CCN Broadcast Center. CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every STO SEC learner.